What up?
Hey everybody, welcome to All Astrology. We're doing a free reading for a new subscriber. Yay! Thanks for subscribing. Okay, the birth information for our new subscriber, thank you for subscribing by the way, is July 25th, 1999, 1:35 a.m. in Birmingham, Alabama. And thanks for hanging in there and waiting for us. We did do this once already and the video was all messed up, so we're going to do this again for you.
Take care of one little piece of business before we go into the reading. You already said we do free readings, so for anybody who's listening, if you haven't been here before, go down below and in the comment bar, I know on the phones now you got to scroll all the way
past
down.
all the videos.
All the other videos. First you're going to subscribe, then you're going to scroll all the way down to the bottom where it allows you to comment. Leave your birth time, birth date, birth city, birth state, birth country. Okay? And we will get in touch with you. And this will entitle you to a free reading. Of course, you first got to subscribe because they won't let you comment unless you've subscribed. Plus, we appreciate the subscription.
Yep.
And then it would also help us if you would hit that bell. After you hit subscribe, the bell shows up. Tap the bell. The bell lets you know when we download your video.
Yep.
Okay? And it's a free video, and it's based on your birth chart. Okay?
Yep.
And so we're about to do a free reading, and we're going to give you a good example of what we do here at All Astrology.
Okay.
All right, done with the business.
Okay. So again, that birth date is July 25th, 1999, 1:35 a.m. Birmingham, Alabama. We got Alabama in the house.
Yes, and we've got some family in Alabama. So I've got folks in Pell City, like 40 minutes, 40 minutes, is it east of you or west of you?
East.
I'm so bad with geography, thank you.
I don't even, I've never even been
I've
there.
been, I've been to Birmingham, and it's
Jeez.
so crazy. Like, from Pell City to Birmingham, it's like being in central Illinois and then coming to Chicago.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
there's no accents. It's so bizarre. It's like you're in a normal place. Anyway, I didn't mean to say it that way, but there's no accents, and there's like no people driving around with shotguns and pickup trucks. It's just like an urban
environment.
Yeah, it's really cool. Anyway, okay. So let's get to your chart. Sorry about that. All right, so what we, some really cool things about this chart. I said, like when we were reading this, this is a super optimistic individual. They've got their sun in fire. So fire typically represents optimism. And, you know, it's action. And it's the Leo fire. So it's all about having a good time and finding a reason to laugh.
Oh,
and
yeah.
always finding the bright side of things. And we were just saying earlier, they'll take risks to have a good time.
My daughter's a Leo, by the way. So I raised a Leo, and oh my gosh, any and every reason to laugh.
Yes.
Laugh, laugh, laugh. Laughter is the root
Here comes a Leo.
of a Leo. Here's my cat.
On cue.
Leos love...
Oh, Zoe. Look at that. Zoe's like, yeah, this is the cat reading. My God, you got the cat eye and everything on it.
Got the cat
Hope
eye.
you like cats.
Come on. They love laughter. They usually have a big, uproarious laughter, have very contagious laughter. So I'm guessing that you are a very outgoing, uproarious, laughing person. You probably have a big, bold personality.
And thinking that way, too.
Oh.
You have a very quick wit,
Ooh.
quick to laugh, quick to have a good time, intelligent. Your
Very.
thoughts come fast to you. You can catch on things. Fast learner. Fast learner, very
Yeah.
witty. You're probably good, like, with rhyming and having fun and things with talking and communicating. It's like Gemini type of
Oh, I
things.
know.
Like real witty.
What do you bet?
Really,
What do you bet?
know,
Good rapper.
Really good. Yeah, right? Yes. Actually,
Could do a
that's
good poetry slam.
That would be good. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Good qualities.
Totally.
Traits. Yeah, plus this person, very airy.
Oh, yeah.
Very airy. So you have some powerful fire in your chart. Fire also is the creative energy. Specifically to Leo. Because Leo is all about what can I make? What can I create? It's also not to be confused with the sexual energy. And there's no other plain way to say it. Creativity is the sexual force. That
Yeah.
is the source of all
We
creation.
can't-
Something
we
comes from
can't
what seems to be nothing.
Yeah, we can't separate out create and procreate. It's the same energy. It's creating. So just be aware of that. Leo energy is very much surrounded with creating of children. It is, Leos are very much associated with children. It's very much associated with sexual energy. So be aware of that. Leos have a very strong sexual magnetism to them.
And along with that, because it's the same energy of the creative is also, it's not just creating a baby, it's like great artists. Mm-hmm. Great artists.
Any creative
writing for
endeavor.
you in particular, in communication, you're going to have, I'm just going to go ahead and say this now, because communication for you, because she's got this here, right? And it's, this
Because
is a
of where
sex house.
that's-
So you're a great communicator. If you're not doing things as far as in media of any kind, social media, you're going to be phenomenal because you've got the fire
Right.
and the air mixture, and fire and air mixed together. Well, if you add air to fire, it grows.
Yep.
And you're going to you have that ability to do that.
It's very combustible.
Yeah. And so I would love to see you doing work that involves your communication skills. So communication, whether it's in writing, whether it's in speaking. You said rapping. There's lots of ways to communicate. Communication artists communicate. Some pick up a paintbrush, right? And
Yep.
some pick up, there's a million ways that we
Pencils,
can create.
whatever.
Yeah. There are lots of very practical, tangible ways.
Picking up
So
a cell phone and doing a video recording that you post on YouTube.
yeah. Social media. You can be the queen of social media from what I'm looking at here. You've got some phenomenal points that mark off.
Absolutely.
Utilize the internet in a big way. So what we're going to do now, this is the part in the reading where we try to establish a little bit more of what we call this science. It's called astrology, and to verify its authenticity, its validity, which is we're going to take a little bit look into your past now. Okay, so we're going to back up, and we look at energetic points. And so, can I get a hold of that? Is the cat on that other? I have this one, but then there's
This one?
Yeah, that one. So we're going to go back a little bit.
Cat's laying on it.
Yeah, we're going to go backwards. And this is taking us, we only pinpoint some of the things that are super obvious, so we know an event occurred. And we're looking at 2014. You're going to know what we're talking about without a doubt.
Yeah.
2014.
It was at the beginning of the year, probably February.
Yep. 2014 was a rough year.
Yeah, it would have been a really rough year for you, especially the first half of the year in particular.
And there might have been things that just were kind of repetitions after that of the same event, but yet may have looked, the cat just sat literally right
on the sheet of paper that
Are
we
we
had.
not supposed to talk about this?
I guess we're not.
She really did just, so maybe that's all we'll say about, I mean, we're big believers in this is what's happening
Yeah,
in front
the
of us.
cat
So,
literally just laid down.
laid right on top of the notes. So you know what occurred, something occurred, and the thing that occurred, basically, we're bringing this up also because this has a lot to do with some events in the future.
Right.
And so it left a deep emotional wound.
Right.
We'll just say it like that.
Yeah. It was pretty dramatic for you, and it was very, very significant. Okay, so here's why we're bringing it up. The way we're looking at it, what we're seeing coming up for you, like literally right within the next 6 months, is the possibility of a relationship. I don't know how else to put it, but we're seeing the possibility of a relationship coming your way within the next 6 months. If you haven't already met the person, it's a good possibility you'll meet this person within the next 6 months. And we want you to keep your eyes open. This relationship is going to probably make you really take a good, long, hard look at what happened to you when you were 14. It's going to make you really do some healing work for yourself. It's really going to be, I would say, transformative in a lot of different ways. Transformation can be cathartic. It can be painful. It can be good. It can be bad in a lot of different ways. In the long run,
yeah, there's going to be a lot of stages to the process.
there's going to be, you're going to go through times where it feels great. There's going to be times when it feels horrible in the whole process. But in the long run, when you look back on it from down the road, it'll be a good thing. But in this relationship, just take care of yourself through this, because this is not going to be an easy one.
So she touched on something that I want to speak a little bit more to, which is when she mentioned, make sure you keep your eyes open. Here's the thing. There are marks in the chart, and they are in everybody's chart, where there are spots where we literally have like a pair of hands like over our eyes, or a pair of certain type of glasses on, like, that are colored.
It's like trying to look through fabric. It's like trying to look at the world through
something. I don't want to use that, but
yeah.
So in some way, our vision is unclear and
it's clouded.
Yeah. And so we see things, and we think what we're seeing is real, or is as close as we can understand it to be real, that it's the whole picture that we're seeing. But it's not. There's something we're missing. There's always something somewhere in all of our charts where there's pieces of the truth that are not there, but we don't realize it. We think, oh no, this is how this is. This is my belief, and I know this about this. Right. But life and our experiences and time, we then evolve and we learn, oh, wow, that was the thing I just couldn't, for whatever reason, see. And so here's the deal. It takes a long time to get clarity and to see things. Lifetimes. Right. Like, I can attest to this. I can tell you 1,000 things about me that I just couldn't see, and there's no like shortcut. It's just called living. Okay. And so that's in your chart. This actually is a benefit to that.
Right.
It actually helps her deep transformational stuff. But what I want you to do is to understand that the way you relate to people one-on-one, you're always going to have this desire that you have to be in a relationship that is going to be somehow transformational. That is going to be very important to you. You're going to love that. So you're going to kind of recognize love as being that. It's got to be somehow deeply transformational for you. And so you'll always be on a quest, so to speak, for that.
You're going to be looking for that relationship that just blows you away, that just brings so much newness and so much adventure and so much knowledge and so much understanding into your life that it's mind-boggling. Yeah, you're going to be looking for that in a relationship.
Now, one of the other things I mentioned to her, because we were getting close to our done time. We've gone over our limit. We're almost at the 15-minute mark. So something that other than the social media and you being really good and having great success, you have what we would call a fire trine. So you're so good at it that it's just like, oh, well, that's just something I do. I just have fun with it. But you could be successful at this.
Really successful.
Another thing you could be very successful at is doing exactly what we do, which is astrology. And I want to specify this because you have the ability to be a great researcher. You will research to no end. You don't mind digging deep to get to the facts and to find the truth. There's going to be no limit for you. You are the archaeologist.
And it's obvious that you don't mind working hard at what you're interested in. You really have absolutely no difficulty with putting the work in, putting the time in, digging deep, working hard at it.
Yes.
So as long as your interest is there, you're gonna do the work. And we can see that.
And on your midheaven, midheaven means my highest aspirations, how I show up in the world, how I want the world to view me, my highest goal. Up there in the chart, there's a marking. And you have a special marking. Basically, it points towards astrology.
Yeah.
And so this would be something that, not that it would just be easy for you, But in time, if you were to work at this, you would be phenomenal at it. You would be known to be able to do basically what we're doing. And again, you have the backup things. You have the I can dig deep, I can research, and astrology is not a light topic. It's many, many layers to it. So you have the capacity to do that. And
you have the capacity to teach. You have the capacity to be able to get up in front of people and be exuberant and be entertaining and be a teacher and to have this really great quality about you, and yet at the same time being up in front of people to sort of have this
to lead groups,
mysterious quality about you that just draws people in.
Lead groups.
Yeah.
Definitely a teacher among people in one-on-one relationships.
Yeah,
you find that natural. So,
yeah.
you know, I just think also the other part of it, I said from the get-go, the very first time we did your chart, which was like a week ago, believe it or not, this is our second time, that astrology would give you some great self-understanding, which is why I started studying astrology, to understand myself better. And so once we start looking at our own charts and understanding ourselves better, which takes forever to figure out, we then, because there was so much there to unravel in our own lives, we end up having this unbelievable wisdom that we can impart upon with others and share.
Yeah.
So, wow. Cat confirmation. Did you hear that? You've got cat confirmation.
She said,
from one cat to another. This is the cat giving you Wow, this is just wild. Anyway, so I'd like to give people some sort of nuggets to walk away with as far as time and dates. And there's going to be changes in your belief. They're going to come in a big way. This next year is huge when it comes to that. You just entered a phase of rearranging what you believe in. Whether you're aware of it or not, when your birthday began, you were in this teacher mode, and it has everything to do with your belief systems and your opinions, okay? And it's going to have a lot to do in terms of whether it's big business and government, what you do for a job, your idea of how you use your physical body in a job, and maybe you're not going to do that anymore, or maybe that's maybe you're going to use your body in a different way to work. But your belief systems in regard to that, how you show up in the world, and your responsibilities in the world, rules, restrictions, discipline, your responsibilities. These are all things that you're going to be looking at, and it's going to really begin to press on you more, where it's more prominent in your mind. That's really gonna.
No.
We've got multiple charts in front of us. So my question, here we go. So September 18th is the like kickoff point on your belief systems, okay? And you're going to be working with that for a year, okay?
Yeah.
So if you want us to dig a little bit deeper, whether it's a few months out or go down further a line or anything, you know, astrologically, even if it's just to learn more for you and not necessarily from us or whatever, we can definitely do that for you. You go down below, you message us, you let us know that you want to go a little bit further. We do extended readings. They're very affordable. You decide what you can afford or not, however you want to do this. But if you do anything, okay, if you found anything of value, please share us. Share what we've done today and let others know that we are giving away free readings. Only until we get the first 100 subscribers.
And please go to our Facebook page and leave us a review.
Yeah, let others know how we did. Be truthful.
Thank you.
We appreciate